I'm an atheist. How are you today?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. So give me an estimation of how old you are.
I'm in my 40s.
40s. I'm in my 60s. So
How
how,
old were
how
you
did
when you became an atheist? Like, when was your aha moment?
my aha moment was very slow.
Yeah, I
Um,
know it's a deconstruction process, but when did you like openly talk about it?
well, honestly, it's a little different for me. It really wasn't a deconstruction process. It was more of a fade away process when I wasn't paying attention. I was a Catholic and started noticing things that weren't making sense in the sermons and when I was a teen and I stopped going to church and I figured that someday I would figure it out. I was missing something, not understanding something. And or I just didn't do religion for probably 15 years. Eventually became more solid in my um, judgment that there probably wasn't anything. But I didn't want to start criticizing things until I got more knowledgeable. So when I was about 50, 45, 50, I sat down and read the Bible end to end. And as soon as I finished it, I got on the Facebook and changed my status to atheist. So
Yeah, the Facebook status is the official, the
yeah,
official timeline.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
and
was the same. I used to be a Catholic, and I did, I was baptized. I did my Holy Communion, my confirmation,
yeah,
and eventually the same thing. I stopped going to church. I was just doing it to please my parents. And they kept pushing me. Let's go to church every Sunday, 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 Wednesday, Wednesday, Sundays. And I was a choir boy. I was an altar boy. And as I grew into my teens, just through reading books, internet came around, and I just delved right into the subject. And I think about maybe the age of 30, I probably just came out with it and said, you know what? I don't believe in that anymore. My wife was ready to leave me. I mean, my parents were
wow,
disowning me. And I
no,
had
that's
to
terrible.
sit with my wife, sit her down, and tell her why I felt like this. And I told her, I didn't push it on her. I said, that's on you. But if you have questions about it, I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about the religion itself or about me and why I deconverted and how long it took me and all that stuff. So
Was
it's
it
yeah,
was it
it's
difficult for you? I mean, you say you
yeah.
did deconvert, so was it a traumatic thing for you?
No, it was. I was like you, just kind of faded away, and just getting over the fact that they say atheists don't have a purpose, but
Hmm.
the purpose when we're religious, we say we have a purpose, and then when you get rid of that purpose, it's a big depression stage that I had gone through,
Hmm.
and just coming to the realization of this is the only life you have. You got to make the best of it, and you're only short lived here, although it seems like a long time, but it's not really a lot compared to how many years the Earth has existed or the
Yeah,
universe has existed.
yeah.
But yeah, it's was a long process. But yeah, my wife was pretty what's the word, taken back from it, because she was like, what am I supposed to tell my parents about you, and what they're going to change their mind about you. And yeah, of course, once they find out,
Yeah.
they find out about what I was and what I was doing, and even preaching about atheism, sharing quotes or sharing pictures on my Facebook or my Instagram. They would question it like, really? That's
Yeah.
where the path you're going to take? You're going to go to hell? You're a sinner? You believe in Satan? And I'm like, I had tried to explain, but
Jeez.
some people don't. You can't. No matter how much you explain to them, there's just no easy way to tell somebody that their entire livelihood or their entire basis or purpose of their life is lies, and their parents lie to them, and it's
Yeah.
hard for somebody to accept the fact that you're telling them that you're living a life of lies.
Yeah. So so you came of age then in the early 2000s then. So you would have been influenced by Sam Harris and that group then, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
would think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the internet, I think, is the information age. It was just I think the uh the transport for all information to be spread around the world, and I think the internet is killing religion. I think it's through information,
Yeah.
and word of mouth, and people having open debates like you have, and I have as well. I have some of these debates as well. I think the internet is slowly doing away with religious beliefs.
Yeah, I slowly is one word, doing away is another. I,
Yeah,
I,
yeah.
I'm not quite so sure it's going to be done away with, at least in the sense of,
In our lives, yeah, I don't think so
well,
either. It would be
probably not our
nice, but
lives.
as a matter of fact, I just shared a post. There was an article that showed that they interviewed like 30,000 individuals or 3,000. I can't remember what it was, but they were now the largest majority that are called nuns, which are non-believers.
I'm a little unsure on that one because the nuns are not that well defined, and they also include people who don't affiliate with a specific religion. So I think there are some still
A little
believe in
bit of
God,
bias,
but don't. Um,
like a deist.
no, I mean there's that too. There are some people that have gotten into the as relationship with Jesus thing. So they don't like the religion organization for whatever reason, even though they might go to a
I
mega
don't
church.
I don't understand that how you can have a relationship with Jesus, but had it
Yeah,
not been for religion, you would have never known about Jesus.
yeah. So, but I don't think the nuns are. It needs to be separated more in the way they ask the questions and the demographics, the breakdown of it. Where they're starting to do
Yeah,
that
that makes
a little
sense.
bit.
Yeah.
Says the last time it came out, which is what you're referring to, which was something like 28% were the nuns or somewhere around there.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember.
But you look within the nuns that were atheists, claimed to be atheists, it was still down somewhere around seven.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
we're definitely not the majority, but it's
yeah,
growing. I mean, I see more and more people on it,
yeah,
and I see it's mainly around the Bible Belt where you don't see the majority of people.
yeah. Well, I mean,
What part of the country you in?
near Los Angeles,
Okay.
I grew up
So
in New York State.
a lot of Catholicism up there, right?
It's pretty mixed, actually. So
A lot of
it's I was
I'm in the
talking.
Bible Belt. I'm gonna die.
Well, that's not the
Not a
Bible
good place
Belt,
to
that's for
be.
sure. That's not the Bible Belt. I mean, because in the
No, I
Southern
said I'm
Cal.
in the Bible Belt.
Oh, you're in the Bible Belt, yeah.
Yeah.
What state are you in?
Texas.
Texas? Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
We just took a cross country trip this last year, and oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's definitely crazy. Like there's a church everywhere you go. Like
Yeah.
within a half mile, there's a church, no matter which way you go.
So,
Pretty
you
crazy.
do you feel stifled when you're out in public to not let people know that you're not a Jesus practitioner?
It's hard, because you can't be open about it. They look at us like they do at the as the LGBTQIA people.
Yeah.
They look at us very differently. And if I was to openly speak or comment on that subject, uh, people look at you a lot differently. You could lose your job, you can lose
Yeah.
colleagues, friendships, just social life can drastically change. But when they ask, of course, I tell them, yeah, I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't say I'm an atheist but if the topic is brought up and if it's to a point where they're actively talking about it and they asking about it, I will definitely jump in and say my words, but only to those people that I confide in and can trust on telling
Yeah.
that stuff. But
And that
definitely can't do it at work and whatnot
and that
because
won't take
yeah,
away your job. It is a
yeah,
it is a tough line. I mean, because we need more people to be out about it. But like you said, there's all those negatives that you have to make an individual determination. The way I like to tell people is to
choose your
try to
battles.
try to commit to getting there someday, at the very least. And it may be tiny steps, and the tiny step that you just said was, if someone asks you, you'll admit to it. So at
Yeah.
least it's not going to go that far, right? It's just a conversation between two people. You're not going to get up at
Yeah, I've
someone's
had those
wedding.
long conversations around a dinner table with some friends, and you know, they 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 get an explanation from me, and they're just like, "Wow, you know more about this whole thing than I do,"
Yeah,
and they're just amazed, like. they know if we talk religion, they're like, oh, he's gonna bore us with all this sources and all this citations that he has and all this uh, commentary on not just their religion but other religions, and they're like, yeah, let's not go down that path.
Yeah,
So they end up just
yeah.
dropping it because they know they'll end up losing. But of course, I'll never be able to deconvert them or change their mind. Just
Yeah.
be open with them about it and let them make the decision for themselves. Like they say, plant that seed. Kind of the same
Well,
concept.
it's plant a seed and it's also planting to others, right? Others that might hear the conversation. I've got like t-shirts that I wear sometime and I'm comfortable in Southern California wearing them.
I have
But
a I have a evolution T-shirt
yeah,
of an ape, and it says Darwin all over it.
yeah.
Man, I get some nasty looks when I walk around in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's kind of a nice way of being more gentle about it. I've got sort of a different series. I'm not a cruel atheist. I'm not a
You don't eat
overly
babies?
aggressive. So, what's that?
You don't eat babies?
God, I hate that joke. No, but I mean, like, the most recent shirt I have, I actually had it made, so it says just atheist with a period, and it says keep calm and carry on. It's like I'm among you, and nothing bad's gonna happen.
I have another one that says atheist AF,
Yeah.
and then another one that says not today, Jesus.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
But yeah, those don't ever get worn out in public because no,
Yeah.
it's
It's
kind of
it.
it's kind of scary to walk around in the Bible Belt.
Well, maybe I should do more of that when I'm as a traveler then, because I'm not there to lose my job or something. To help you guys out whenever I'm
Yeah,
in
that's why I will
places.
never show my face on here because there's
Mm,
just way too many people that will either either find out who you are, what you do, and all that stuff. I won't do it. But I
yeah.
commend you for doing it, and it takes a lot of courage for you to do that. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I mean, I've been doing it for a while now, so I'm comfortable with it. So,
Good.
but again, I just like when we were driving through South Carolina and Mississippi and, went there and back and up to Montana and on the way back, and everybody's everybody's a
You didn't get
believer.
converted again. You didn't get born again on
No,
the way back.
it didn't come up. Honestly, I evaded it a couple of times. Although
Jeez.
I will say I did really enjoy one thing. We were since we were going from west to east to visit relatives. I told my wife we have to stop in Austin. I want to stop at the ACA and visit the ACA
Uh,
after watching all those shows all these years.
yeah, yeah, definitely something to stop. I haven't been to Austin. I've been to Austin twice, but not for that. I forgot it was there.
Yeah,
Well,
it
good
was
talking to you, man. I appreciate it. Keep up the good work.
okay.